I have to ask you this question before we start the show. Because like I something occurred to me and I want your take on this a little bit, okay?
Ooh,
Steven.
yes, yes.
We've talked about like aliens, like the idea of like, oh, aliens visiting people, and like what that could look like or be like, and like what would happen if aliens ever came down and like, tried to say we're here for whatever reason. You can always, and we can assume like if they're good, if they're bad, if they're evil, if they're like if they're well intentioned or otherwise, right? But Steven, I thought of something. I was like, what what if aliens came and they looked exactly like us, but not that they looked exactly like us, but that they looked exactly like specific people, random people from Earth who have passed, who have died. Yeah.
That would be
Okay.
crazy.
They look like specific people and they claim that they know what happens when you die. When people die on Earth, their souls are thrown into, are like what we are is thrown into the mesh of the cosmos, the atomic soup, as it were, as it's spread throughout the cosmos, and inevitably we're sucked into the center of the galaxy or whatever it may be, whatever like mumbo jumbo you want to say, where we land
Whatever science fiction,
whatever yeah, whatever it
whatever.
is. Look, well, we land in the center. Did you know that there's a supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy? Like that's why we're spiraling. Like this, isn't that
That's
crazy?
crazy.
But just imagine, like, okay, so all of our souls eventually, or all of that compose us, all the energy coalesces in one way or another in this black hole and is spit out, and we're endlessly doing this dance of back and forth of like going in this side of the black hole and then, and then back out this. So it's inevitable that these bodies will exist and that but all this energy finds its way into these bodies one way or another. So these people, through various technologies, found in the afterlife on the other side of the black hole a way to break and like transcend the dance of the back and forth, right? So they say we found our way back. This is what the afterlife is. This is what they tried to talk about in the Bible and in the various scriptures and so we are here to help you transcend this. And
Through the black hole beings.
right. So, but Stephen, what would it take to believe them? You know what I
Ooh.
mean?
See,
Like,
my first guess would be they're advanced. They're an advanced alien race who has done their research and homework and needs to be able to infiltrate us in a peaceful way with a
yeah.
nefarious purpose. That's exactly how I would
Okay.
interpret it.
And I think
There's no way for a second I would believe that they were reincarnated people.
right. I think so too. I think a huge number of people would think that, but I do think a huge number of people would be completely convinced based on nothing. First of all, like I'm just saying, like it's just the
Oh, dude,
reality of
all they
the
would
whole.
do is they would target mothers and things like that who lost like children.
Yeah,
And that's how if it was an infiltration ploy,
right.
they would send, the 6-year-old that died in a boating accident as like a resurrected 6-year-old.
Yeah,
And
and
I
but
mean,
Stephen,
if
like,
you're that mother or father, you're believing that story. Like no
but not
one's
to
going to tell
mention,
you
Stephen,
otherwise.
what if simply they have all of the information? That's what the
Yeah.
scariest, weirdest thing about this thought experiment is just the fact that it could be done the same way that the people like mentalists on Earth do cold readings about, but with advanced cheating technologies because we don't know how, to
Hmm.
what degree any alien species has been watching us or continued to watch us for a long period of time or whatever, and to what degree, like they have information
Hmm.
about us. So we could literally never, even though all of our senses would be telling us and all of our faculties mentally, we'd be like, all right, this literally checks out logically in every conceivable way. I don't think there's anything you can do to convince me, right, that they were definitely my deceased loved ones.
Yeah,
You know
there's
what I
no, I don't think, not me
But,
anyway. Like I said,
but,
like, well, because here's the logic I would apply. I know that, Murphy's Law states that anything that can happen will happen, right? But there's a much more powerful law that I haven't given a title or name to yet. That is, if it, like, if it can happen and it's really good, it isn't happening the way you think it is. That's the truth. Like, that's just the truth. Like, nothing like that to that degree of positivity ever happens. So you must doubt it. You must doubt it with every shred of your being. Like there is no way like someone like would come to me, I'd be like, yeah, right. Like, there's no fucking way. Not in this world. Maybe in whatever world you come from, buddy.
Right,
But
right.
there's no beautiful swan song. There's no like perfectly wrapped package in this realm.
Oh my God.
Have you seen our world? Have you
Have
seen our
you have
reality?
you
Do you
opened a
think this is
window
true? Even the
recently?
rich people aren't happy here, okay? There's no one getting what they want in this world. There just isn't. So you're fake. You're not real.
I love it. It had never occurred to me because I always think of aliens. Sometimes I've thought of aliens as like looking like humans, of course, like it makes sense, like a kind of
Mhm.
parallel evolution of
Well, like
sorts.
they say, like the Nords apparently look like basically Norse, like probably where the Norse mythology would come from
Right.
if the
Yeah, like
Nord aliens are,
I
are
can I
real.
can imagine like anthropomorphized, like creatures that are very similar
Mhm.
to us, if not almost exactly like us. Like I can imagine
If
that.
not, or like what our eyes would create for us to understand anyway, if it didn't make
Right.
sense.
It's true.
Like
But I'd never considered like what if they were literally us and not us from a different reality, but literally us and like a version of us that was like, oh my God, what do we do? And it's so weird to imagine that. And I just
And the thing is like with the tech any alien race that's even remotely beyond ours, because like let's be real, in the next 10, probably not even this long, but like I'm just gonna go ahead and say the next 10 or 15 years, with the amount of spying technology and things that world governments have as it is,
Mhm.
add that to generative AI and stuff like that, like
Oh, it's insane.
our own government could do that trick to us at this point.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
they probably already have the tech to do this, if I'm honest.
Stephen,
So
I've been dead for 40 years. No.
yeah, like
No, it's true, right?
there was one good like Fed that like knew
Yeah.
like there was potential in these two making comics, and even though Anthony just died in this tragic accident, I'm going to take over the reins. I'm going to create this podcast, and I'm going to get Stephen to draw some damn pictures.
Oh, speaking of drawing dang pictures, let's get to the actual show where we talk about our lives and making stuff. Hello, welcome to We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
And I am Stevie Wildcard. Maybe you don't know for
Every
sure.
week, every week, my best friend Steve Walcott and I get together and we pretend we're human so we can
I
overcome.
have to say, it's a very funny episode to declare this because I parted my hair different tonight. So, like, I mean, I could really not be Steven. Like,
No one will ever
this
know.
could be it.
My favorite thing is like
Unplanned.
you've gone from Steven to Stevie Wildcard, and I remember there was like a very short window where you were like, I don't want to be Stevie Wildcard anymore, and then it was just back immediately. It was
Just pulled the landfill.
the
You know what? If you
landfill.
guys
Yeah.
can call me Stevie Walker, I would really
It
appreciate
was
it.
it was so good. But every week my best friend Stevie Walcott and I get together and we do our best to overcome the various issues and obstacles and aliens that life throws our way. And we talk about the distractions, nonsense, and the little issues that we face to hopefully make people's days a little bit better. And like, maybe we all relate through the trials and tribulations of this weird human endeavor that we're all enjoying, right? Thoroughly. We're loving it.
We're all getting the best results from everything that happens to us at all times.
Absolutely, no bad things. No, nothing bad is coming or ever happening. But that being said, Stephen, I will say of course we have issues. We all have issues, and we have issues every week that try their best to stop us from getting things done while we make our comic books. Stephen, what did you have going on this week that you were trying to overcome?
So this week was just busy. So Saturday, so like a few weeks ago, month ago, my good friend Craig, he's a great songwriter, and like I've played music with him before, and he wanted me to play this like one song gig for him on Saturday evenings. So I'm like, absolutely, dude. Yeah, I'll drive down to Alico. I can play this song. I asked Tina, I did the good husbandly thing, and I'm like, back when it was like staging the dates for it, I'm like, there's nothing going on. She's like, nope, we're not traveling until December 7th, blah, blah,
Nothing at
blah.
all.
Nothing's
Calendar
happening.
is clear.
And then this week or the week before, she's like, the girls have a showcase on Saturday in Riverdale, which if you live in our world, like Riverdale is like 35, 45 minutes from my house, but in
Yeah.
the opposite direction of the show I was playing. So
Uh-huh.
like Yeah, and it was like basically the show was at 6:30 ish, and the girls showcase was like 3 to 6. I'm like, oh my God. But like Faith, like the girls dance teacher, like pulled strings and got them on early. And honestly, the performance went much quicker than I thought because
Yeah,
Anthony, Carly, and Atlas joined and got to watch the girls dance.
that was so fun.
But yeah, dude, so Saturday was a very busy day. And then, dude, so I go to play the show. It was
Yeah,
fine. We did, us three as a unit
yeah.
haven't played that song in probably 2 years.
Wow.
And like as a unit, like I've
Yeah,
played around with it with Craig before,
yeah.
and but we just got up on stage and then they told us that we couldn't have the backing tracks at all for the keys and the synths. But we just live played it and it was fine. We did fine.
Nice. Okay.
Bro,
Tell me.
I'm not lying to you when I tell you this. Like I'm like hanging out with Tina because Tina and I basically just got to the restaurant and we
Yeah.
started eating, trying to just like kind of get a table so she would have a place to be when I was on stage. So we got like I got some awesome black and grouper tacos. It was a good
Nice.
time. We're watching these performances, dude. And this guy goes up there and he's sweep picking and shredding. And I'm like, it was a solo act where he was playing against a track and he was just showing his technique on guitar.
Okay. Yeah.
Flawless sweeping, right? I'm like,
Right.
wow, this guy is insanely talented.
Yeah.
Through the Fire and the Flame starts playing.
No way.
Dude,
No way.
Anthony, he played the entire intro, which is cool, but he
Yeah.
did the whole Herman Lee thing where it's like this way, play the
What?
guitar this way. He played those solos, both Herman
Yeah.
Lee's and Sam's solos, note for note flawlessly. Like I've seen Dragon Force live,
Yeah.
and he played the solo better than they played their
Yeah.
own solos. Like
Wow.
this dude
Yeah.
was 14 years old. I'm not joking, dude.
I'm not surprised at all.
I'm not
Yeah,
joking.
yeah.
Like, I could not believe it. Like, and I was even talking to Craig. I'm like, Dragon Force, it is just like power speed metal, and like it just takes time. You just sit there and learn all the
Yeah.
techniques. But like 14 years old
Yeah.
playing this thing
Amazing.
like with like some of the cleanest tone I've ever heard, and I'm just
Awesome.
like, oh my God.
Wow,
Like this is
it's
wild.
it's
It was
incredible. I
it
love
was
stuff like
so wild. I
this.
was so impressed by this child. Like it was just so amazing. But anyways, we played the show. Tina and I had like a basically an impromptu date night because of it because Craig and DJ didn't show up until because we got there because we left Riverdale when you guys
Yeah.
left Riverdale. And we got there probably like an hour and a half early. So we got to have a little like date night and then I played and I went home. But yeah, dude, like it was such a crazy weekend. Sunday, like I literally just drew because and, like we
Yeah.
just relaxed, we watched movies, and I drew
Heck yeah.
pictures.
Heck yeah, dude.
How
I
about
got some
you?
coloring done. I will say before we move on from your week, Steven, okay, you know what? I'll tell my perspective. Um, Steven, Steven. So we go to the showcase and
Hmm.
and so obviously, you know me. You're my best friend. You guys are my family. I love you guys. I love Cammy and Chasey so much. I was so excited to go see them. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go support them. We're gonna clap. And then when Carly told me it was until 6, I was like, how? Like there was a part like
It didn't make any sense.
I was sitting there. I was like, when we first arrived, and you know me, dude. I always kind of like I live in the same plane where I'm just like, oh, I'll go along and I'll like happily do it. I'm not gonna complain while we're doing it. I just don't really understand how certain things work, you know? So I'm just like when the girls are up there, I'm like, yeah, yeah, awesome. And then when I realized I was like, wait, their part's over and it's only like 3:30. You know what I mean? I was just like, what are we doing until 6 o'clock? You know, I was like, we're gonna be here for another
I
3
even asked Tina that when we were there.
hours.
I'm like, I see all the girls that are gonna dance.
Yeah, that's what
They're
I
like all the possible combinations are right here, and that 95% of them have already been up. So
That's
what's
what I was like. I was like, does everyone get a 5 minute solo? Does
like?
everyone go up?
All right, starting with A, Alexis and her
So,
20-minute dance off with
so it was so interesting because I was just like, look, I'm here. I'm totally like committed to this. I just thought it was so funny because I was just like, I don't know what this is gonna look like. Steven, I was so happy when they asked for any of dads that were in the audience because
my
I was like,
daughter, Cambria.
yep, go ahead.
She like none of that was even planned on her part. Like someone just said, "Hey, we should get some dads," and she's like, "I know just the dad,"
I know
and
one dad. I know
yeah,
exactly a
and she
dad.
ran up and told me that Faith says you got to come up, Faith, and yeah, I had to go on stage with 4 or 5 other dads, and
Yeah.
we had to do like a cheerleading move of some sort. So I tried to do the jump and kick thing, and I'm gonna be honest with all of you, I
Yeah.
have never made that movement before, but I feel like someone who has never even jumped that way before. I did really good. And I think I would have done really, really well had I not had, like, oh my God, dude, the guy next to me who's basically a Marvel stunt guy, like, the cleanest
Hang
jump,
on.
like,
It's so Steven. Okay, okay. If you're watching this right now, just know, okay, I'm sitting in the stands and I see these people and my best friend is in the center, basically. I mean, in my eyes, he's always the center of attention, you know? So I'm staring at Steven and I just kind of like glance at the other dads and I'm like, wait a second. I was like, a couple of these guys are definitely ringers. I was like, these two guys,
yeah,
this guy here and that guy over there came dressed for the occasion. Like they're
yeah,
both
they,
wearing like obviously like exercise kind of clothes. They're loose fitting. They're like fit dudes. I'm like, oh
I'm in ripped, like, knee,
yeah.
like skinny jeans with rips in the kneecaps
So
and a t-shirt and like tennis shoes, not even tennis shoes. I think I had my flats on.
oh my God. It was so freaking funny. And like watching these guys, and I was like, oh yeah, I mean, like that guy knows he's gonna win, but here's the like, I don't understand, and I get it, like meritocracy and all that, but like when you're doing something for fun and you're like, let's have the dads up here, you're not really supposed to award the dad that shows up in his breakaway pants, like ready to
Yeah,
cheer. You know what I mean? Like, come
this
on.
dude, like he performed that move better than the girls do,
Yeah,
like that were
see?
there.
Right? Oh, Steven, but watching you do that was so much fun. It was so great. We all got to cheer.
And it was just a fun time. But
Yeah,
like,
it was
dude,
great.
I
It
was
was
even thinking,
great.
I'm looking back and forth. I'm like, we all kind of just look like dads. That guy's got some clothes on, and he was right before me too. Like it had to be him before, and he's like, if I don't know if you saw me, but I went, yeah, of course. It's like I
Yeah,
literally what
yeah,
I
of
did.
course, this guy's right here. I
Yeah, of
mean,
course.
how am I supposed to
I'm like,
follow this?
so like
Oh,
I'm just like in my head, I'm just like, okay, Steven, you're gonna jump, and at least I have big calves. You're gonna jump and you're
good.
gonna spring up and you're gonna kick those feet straight out. One thing I didn't
Yeah,
realize that I could do is I could actually touch my toes without bending my knees. I mean my
yeah,
job I am pretty flexible because of like where like for my size I'm definitely a flexible dude. And I was like, oh my God, I can touch my toes. This is awesome. I am
oh my
pretty
God.
limber actually. For I'm like Chris Farley over here. I can like
Right?
kind of do some crazy stuff.
Oh, dude,
But yeah,
it was
it was
great.
a good time though. And like Cammy knew that if she put me on the spot, there's no way I'd back down for
Oh, of
her.
course.
So like I at least got to be a good dad and go up there and
And that's yeah, it's always good. And I love that we get to like show up for the kids and stuff. Speaking of that, Steven, okay. Your girls, they're they're athletic, you know, like they go and they do
Mhm.
the dances and they do gymnastic motions with their bodies. Atlas is not so much that thing. Okay.
Which by the way, my girls did really good. Like they
Yeah.
because I've seen them practice and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they were hitting they were doing really well. I'm excited to see them and see how they do,
No,
when
dude.
we go.
They did awesome. And like I don't know, I was just super proud of them. Just as like
Mhm.
Uncle Anthony. I was like, oh, they're so freaking awesome.
But Atlas, poor
Dude. No, I'm really proud of Atlas, but let me tell you, he had his turkey trot this week. Okay, the turkey trot is when they have to run a mile, okay? Or
Mm.
well, run a mile, but go a mile,
Progress a
and
mile.
yeah, progress a mile somehow. And Steven. Okay, first of all, I had the first moment with my adorable little, usually super sweet, incredibly kind little boy where he gave me a teenage face. Like, Steven, he looks at me and I was like, so, buddy, what the turkey trot's tomorrow? And he's like, yeah. I was like, do you want me to go watch you? And he's like, yes. And I was like, okay. I was like, so what is it? I was like, so you have to run around the track like 4 times and it's a mile? And he goes, no, it's once. And I'm like, buddy, there's no way your elementary school track that I drive by every single day is a mile. I know that because I know how long a mile is, and like that's not even close. It's at least like 3 or 4 laps. And he's like, he gave me the biggest stink face. He's like, no, it's one. And I'm like, whoa, like you've never done this. I've never experienced
It's
this in
happening.
10 years. Yeah, I was just like, oh my God. Um, Steven, so we go there, and of course I'm right. Of course. So like,
Atlas was not happy with this information.
oh no, no. He's very much, I'm not a like told you so type of person. I'm a like I'll look at you like you know what I'm thinking and like, and he's like,
Hmm.
I know. Like, like he had his moment where he kind of like acquiesced. Yeah, he's like, all right, when you win, I love you, you know.
I was
But
gonna say, even at Cape, I think with our big track,
yeah,
it was still like 4 or 5 laps to
yeah,
equate a
it's
mile.
exactly. Dude, so okay. So he gets there and we get to talk to him before he runs, and I'm like, Atlas, listen, buddy. I was like, don't run. Don't run. I was like, jog. Maybe run a little if you feel comfortable, but just jog. Jog the whole way and walk when you get tired and then jog. Don't run your fastest. You're going to get exhausted. A mile is longer than you think, but it's not as long as you think. Like
Mhm.
it's if you run as fast as you can, it's gonna feel like it's forever.
You're
And it's
gonna
gonna
burn
feel
out
like you're
half a
gonna burn out.
lap.
Dude, this little kid, as soon as it starts, so like go! He just takes off as fast as he can. Dude, Steven, we're watching him, and like in the span of this amount of length, which is probably like 30 yards, if that, like 20, I mean, not 30 yards, not even 30 yards. It was like 20 yards, like no span, no space at all. He just like collapses. You see his shoulders. He's like, oh,
What did
oh,
I do?
just what are you doing, man? So what we're watching him, we're cheering him, we're like, ah, Les. He's way, he's far in the distance, but we could see him. We're watching him. And he starts like getting his breath back and he's walking and he just takes off again. And I'm like, learn a lesson, child, learn. So he
Your
finally
poor body.
he makes his way over to finally he finishes the lap and he makes his way to us and I'm like, stop running. And I'm the only parent yelling like stop running to the child at a kind of race thing. But but I'm just like, don't just stop like I want you to win. I want you to continue and do your best, but like you're hurting yourself. Like you're not
Mhm.
actually you would get there faster if you just jogged. Because you keep stopping.
Mhm.
He'd run as fast as he can. He was like rabbiting it. He'd run as fast as he can,
Mhm.
stop, do other things. It's like
All the turtles catch up,
all
and
the
then
turtles catch up and pass you. Like just be a freaking turtle, and then you're gonna win. You're not a runner. If you want to be cool, go like, but condition yourself and actually
yeah,
like do the thing. But you're
teach your
not, and you
body.
haven't. Yeah. So, but dude, he was so proud to finish it though because he was really tired, but he did it and he did a really good job. He actually like he got through it, and we brought him home. We brought him home early from school, and we got some like Panera and did all of the things. And it was fun. Now he's super excited to be home for vacation.
It's
And
so crazy, dude. We only got Thursday and Fridays off
yeah,
in school when
yeah,
we went.
that's all I
I
remember.
mean, I'm not hating. I'm happy that my kids get more time, but whatever. But like, dang, a full week for Turkey Day? That's crazy.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. But he's with his mom tonight or yesterday and tonight, and then tomorrow he comes home so we can have Thanksgiving and the rest of the break. But so tonight, Carly and I went to meet with our caterers, like
Oh, wow.
who are also like helping us set up the whole wedding, which is really cool. Like they're
That's really
eventually
cool.
like they're kind of like event coordinator, like caterers who do a lot of other stuff. That's really exciting. So I've been like we've been kind of in like wedding mode more so now because it's ramping up, Steven. We're almost there. We've been talking about bachelor party stuff, which is
Hmm.
like it's I've never thought about it, Steven. I've
Yeah,
never
because like honestly, I didn't do one for mine. And I'm just like trying to understand like what I because like you and I are just we're
yeah.
not
I,
we're not those guys. So it's like what do
Steven,
like honestly like a keg like a pony keg and like a Super Nintendo would be like the most badass time in the world for me. But
so that's basically what I was saying to Carly, where I was like, the problem is I don't like doing anything where there
hmm
are people ever. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy it. Like whatever we do, I will enjoy it. But like my brain tells me 50 reasons I'm going to not enjoy whatever it is that we have planned. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, if it's like, let's go to Dave and Buster's. I'm like, there are going to be like 100 kids there. And I'm like, I don't want to see a 7-year-old on my bachelor party. And I was like, I want to play Mario. I like I want to play
Get
Mario.
off the game,
Get
Junior.
off the
It's my
game.
bachelor
It's my
party.
bachelor. It's my birthday. Yeah, it's a lot of people's birthdays, buddy. I'm only getting married once. All right.
Let's just close down a Chuck E. Cheese. Let's just
Close down a Chuck E. Cheese.
get out of here, kids. We're eating garbage pizza.
So I don't know. Like I do like the idea of like going to the casino and then going to like a hotel or like a Airbnb or somewhere, where we can all just like
Hmm.
play video games and be like silly and stuff like that. It'd be cool if we could like play music or something, but I don't, we can't. That's hard to set up. So
Yeah, how do you stage like a perfect night? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't
Like,
know. Yeah.
those nights where you just find an acoustic in your hand and everyone's like a few drinks in and you're all just chilling. Like those nights that you would generate just outside of high school,
Yeah.
and it's like, how do you just make that happen organically? It's
Yeah. It is. It's really funny. Like I know we're going to have fun no matter what it is, but
Mhm.
this is cheesy, but it's true. I there's a part of me that's like, I want to have one of those nights with all of you guys, but I also want to have those nights and have my fiance there. You know what I mean? So I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's so stupid. Like it's a weird. I get it. I do get it, and I'm going to do it just because I like rituals. I like weird traditions and honoring these things. As long as like they don't, I don't collide with
So
anything I
like,
actually
let's be
believe.
real. Is the original like purpose and like thing of a bachelor slash bachelorette party like, is there supposed to be just like promiscuous, like horrible
Okay,
cheating
so
things? Like, was that like what
that's a good
society
question.
said?
That's a
I've
good
always
question.
wondered that because, like,
What I think, like, I don't know. I truly don't know. My like go-to immediate is, I don't know, dude. This is very weird. But I imagine it's one of two things, or maybe it's both things. But like I'm about to spit out a false dichotomy, like I know what I'm talking about. It's Steven, it's one, people used to be like, you need to get out all this stuff before you get married because you can never do this stuff again. So it's forgivable for one night to just be like gross and stupid and
which is crazy
no,
because
it is. And that's
even in
why
a girlfriend boyfriend relationship are
it's
things that I would never fucking do. You know?
absolutely. And but that's why, Steven, the other side of that poll where I lean more this way, Steven. I like the idea. I like the idea where it's a night of temptation, where it's Steven, here's
Just
the thing.
proving.
To prove, well, because here's the thing, right? When people say, like on social media, I can say right now on this podcast, I say whatever I want to say. Are there things that I omit for various reasons? Yeah, sure. But I don't feel like I'm going to get canceled if I say anything I want to say. I can't say what I want to say because I'm not a monster. I don't want to say anything that would
I
potentially
don't
get
have
me.
any opinions that would probably get me that
Like,
way
yeah,
anyway.
you know what I mean? Like,
So
it's fine. But I, but I do think that there are people out there who are just like, they want to do these things and it is within their field of desire to do these things, and then if they're
and
given the
that's probably like, but I
opportunity.
do feel like honestly the reason why that bad stuff happened, I feel like it is like a blame shifting situation because the groomsmen and the best men plan the bachelor party, so it's not like the groom to
I didn't
be.
even know this was gonna
I didn't
happen.
know there was because like dude, in my entire relationship
Yeah.
I've never even gone to a strip club. So like why would I go to a strip club on a bachelor party situation? I don't even understand that logic of coveting another woman's body while I'm with my.
I
I
don't.
don't get it.
I've gone to a strip club probably 10 times in my life, and I'll tell you, they
10 of
were
them were you delivering pizza?
all 10 where I was delivering pizza, Steven.
I was gonna say you've never been because I've
I,
never been.
I've never been. I have delivered pizza and I have delivered pizza to a strip club, and they've made it awkward every time. Every time I delivered pizza to a strip club, it was so weird because I'm a freaking dork, and like they were just like, yeah, go in. She's in there somewhere. He's in there somewhere. I'm like, I'm on what to do with my body, and it's just like, it's so weird. It's so uncomfortable for me. Um,
Hmm.
but I've never wanted that. I certainly don't want that. Okay, so here I am, right? And I'm like the opposite of single, the opposite of interested in other women, or just like I'm
Hmm.
with the person who like I've never felt like soulmates or real or anything like that, but like the closest I've ever been is this person. Like this is like if it exists, that's what it is, Like I'm not, there's nothing better. Like this is the best thing I could possibly in my whole life find, Like she is incredible. Like our relationship is so freaking good, it's nuts.
Hmm.
You think I'm gonna compromise that for anything?
Even a smidge, and like, but like,
What?
why do like? and then it makes you question like why is like Hollywood's projection of like the bachelorette party is always like portrayed as like this group of women who are just like hungry for attention from men. Like
Yeah.
they're going to these different bars where there's plenty of men there. And then
Yeah.
like the male version of the Hollywood like
Yeah.
rendition of the bachelor party is just men banging strippers. Not only are they like getting strippers, the strippers are like they're doing extra stuff, and
Yep.
it's just like I've just never it's never logically clicked for me. Like I can't understand it. I don't understand it. So that's why we're probably gonna be drinking, maybe playing some casinos and playing video games and guitar because that's just like
I think that
that's a
sounds
good
great.
time to me. You
Me too,
know.
dude. I think that sounds great. Like I'm not overthinking it. Like I think it's literally like I think going to the casino for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, like
Hmm.
spending some money.
And
Like
I've never been to Seminole actually. I've
no,
never been.
it's
No.
I've only been there one time. Did I tell you that story when I
Mm-mm.
went there?
Were you delivering pizza? No, I'm just kidding.
Steven, this is a true story. Okay, I'll tell it quickly. Dude, I went there one time and it was with my ex's dad. Okay.
Of
Steven,
all, that's crazy.
Steven, so they were visiting and he was like, I want to visit. I want to go to the casino. They don't have those where we are, So I was like, okay, let's like, I'll go with you. And I'm just meeting this guy, right? So I brought cash with me. I was like, I'm gonna, this is the money I'm gonna bet and I'm gonna do this and it's gonna be fun. He says, like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Here, you use this card and, we'll bet and blah, blah, blah. Steven, he sits next to me and dude, he's just losing and losing, which is like fun. It's just part of being in a casino. Who cares? Like you don't go to a casino to try to win your rent, right? Like, you go to a casino to try to
Mm-mm.
lose $300 because it's
Yeah.
fun. Like maybe you
You
win.
have money that you shouldn't, but you can burn. This
Yeah.
isn't gonna make or break my bills.
No, it's
Maybe
like a
maybe something
maybe
crazy will
something
happen.
crazy will happen because there is a chance and it's fun to try and like why not and it's just
Hmm.
it's a silly arcade, you push buttons and hope lights go off. So I get on this. I find this one machine that I like like I'm like drawn to these like Greek god machines, like so I'm just like yeah Greek gods. So I was like this is
The
cool.
or the Greek pantheon has got my back.
They do right. So like I'm just like yeah you're not gonna fail me, dude. I hit this button and I win. I don't know how many, but like it was something like I win like 60 free spins, right? Which means the thing's just gonna go by itself, and whatever I win for 60 turns.
Jeez.
So dude, I push the button and I just sit back and I'm just watching this thing and I won like hundreds of dollars. Yeah. And I was just like, holy crap. I won like all this money. And then he, at the end of the day, because it was his card and his money, took the money, like took all the money. Like I forget how much he gave me. He gave me like a really small amount, like it was like $20, like
Oh
$50 or
my
something. And I was
God.
just like, all right. And I just remember being like, man, that would have been a great day for me. I mean, whatever. I got $50 or whatever it was, but I won,
That's so crazy to
dude,
do to someone.
I won so much money though. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to do it until the end, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, but it was fun even when like when we weren't winning. It was just like, oh, these are like all different. There's a Little Shop of Horrors one. There's an Addams Family one. Like all these different things. Anyway, so I think going there like with the right people to lose $200 or whatever it is would be fun for a little bit. And then maybe we can go to like an Airbnb or a hotel or I don't know, whatever
Hmm.
makes sense. I don't know what makes sense. What do you?
Yeah, I was like trying to look to see if there was any hotel like suite situations or where we can all be. I think an
That'd be
Airbnb
cool.
is the way to go, but I'm just not
Yeah.
sure how close we can get to the casino that way.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't really matter because we'll
Yeah.
just find an Airbnb somewhere out there in like South
Yeah.
Fort Myers or something like that.
True. It'll be like 20 minutes away or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, who cares? It's yeah.
I'll just try
So
to get it as close as possible, you
yeah,
know. I'm
that
just not I think we're planning for it. I mean, I haven't said anything to Sonia. Tina and I
yeah,
are just shaking out the details before I even talk to the other groomsmen. But
yeah,
I'm thinking like probably like a week or two before the
yeah.
day.
That sounds
Does
yeah.
that sound good to you? Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. That'd be amazing. Yeah, dude, I'm so excited.
I
I'm
wish I
like
could time it so where they could just the
Stay. I
groomsmen could
know.
stay because I know it's
I
like in the
know.
middle of the week is the actual wedding. So like
I know. I know.
maybe I can plan it for the weekend before or something like that. So that way, if they want to get hotels and stuff and stay, they
Yeah.
can. But I mean,
I don't know.
it's
I
not
need
like
to talk
it's
to
not like they're that
everyone.
far away though.
Yeah.
They're only like 2 hours away, so it's not that
Yeah.
big of a deal.
I don't know. We'll talk to everyone. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. I just want to have a good night with all of you guys, all my friends, and
Hmm.
honestly, it'll just be fun. And it'll be fun to have the wedding and get to see everyone. And I'm nervous about the wedding. We'll talk about that soon. But like, because I'm not nervous in the way like people like, oh, cold feet nervous. I'm just nervous in like I can do this, but I don't like standing in front of people like live.
I thought I was gonna be super nervous because I'm someone who like doesn't really like that. Like
Yeah.
I can handle obviously I can handle talking to people and being
Yeah.
taking the stage if I have to, but I don't really enjoy. I put a mask on of some sort. I like
Yeah.
reach into my bag of like character
Uh-huh.
masks and I put it on and but what I did and the advice I can give you is just literally just fixate on Carly. No,
Yeah.
no one else exists.
Yeah.
Let it be you and her, and that's how I did it with Tina. Like we walked up, and when she finally walked up, and she's beautiful in this dress,
Mhm.
that's all I did was like I just completely goggled on her. So like
Yeah.
during our dance, during
Oh.
everything, it's just there's no one around us. It's just
Mhm.
her and I. And that
Oh.
that was like the best way to handle it because
Yeah.
like
That makes
I
sense.
don't want to like try to impress other people or
I
even
know.
try to do something because it is just about her. And that's
Yeah.
what it was. I had to dance with my mom too. So like
Yeah.
and I'm someone who doesn't dance or likes to dance. So like I was able to do it. I believe in you is what I'm getting at.
I love you, Stephen. Well, we will definitely talk more about that in the future, but otherwise, let's get into our stuff. So, Stephen, what are you gonna do this week?
This week I'm gonna continue the pages, and
Hell,
I think I might have Friday off this week.
okay,
So
I do have Friday off, so I'm gonna
Joe
color.
asked us, he's like, "What are you guys thinking about
Yeah,
Friday?" I'm like, honestly, I'm hosting Thanksgiving. I would actually really love to just have Friday off. We're pretty
yeah,
caught up. He's like, "Yeah, I gotta talk to Grandpa still, but so I have a feeling he's gonna come in tomorrow and just tell
nice.
me it's okay." So that's what I'm hoping for because then I'll have a 4 day weekend, and Thanksgiving and we have to host obviously, but after that, it's just like
Yeah.
a few things and few events, and then I can just plug along. But I did get the one whole actiony page done.
Oh, it's so
Did you
good. I
enjoy
love
it?
that
Like
page. Yeah, I
that
love
that
that page
page
a lot.
it was a mind racker, and I was like, because of all the perspectives, right? Like I knew like Barold had to be very prevalent in some of the
Yeah,
panels, but I didn't want to make him too big in every panel. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like
Of
that's the
course.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
That
it's.
whole
I think
size
this
thing
book is.
with Barold
I
in this
know.
in this fight situation, and I know it's not going to get any better
I know.
in the
No,
following.
it's gonna get crazier.
So I think I gotta study some like and that's what I actually have been like studying is like Hulk versus
Yeah,
Wolverine type stuff
for sure.
because of
That's the
the
best. Yeah, best
scaling difference
scale.
and how did these artists do it,
Yeah,
And
that
like
makes sense.
it goes back to what I always tell you. It's like I overthink dynamics of the room and everything. Like
Yeah.
literally just draw the action thing
Draw the
happening.
action
And
character.
then
Yeah.
whatever
Yep.
you can kind of put in behind it,
Yep.
cool.
Dude,
But like just literally
100%.
fixate on what's happening between
Yeah.
the two characters.
It's so true, dude. And like, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I was just talking about that today with Carly, where I was just like, I have to remember, we both have to remember like some things aren't, or some things are just going to be completely covered by words. Some
Yeah.
things are just going to not.
I did leave some pre. I left you
Yeah.
some primo space on this one, but yeah, you're right though. Like
Some
that's the
things are
thing
covered by
too.
words. Some things not only get covered by words, but get completely overshadowed by the cool magic effect that is created by like a giant monster teddy bear. So
Yep.
like, yeah, like having some background, awesome. It
Oh
does,
yeah, because that
does
that
help.
final panel on that page,
Yeah.
it's probably very
Hell,
similar to issue one where his
yes.
claws were
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
blending and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, there's gonna be some pretty cool magic effects on that. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
but
can't
yeah,
wait.
that page did take a long time, but I'm hoping to get 2 or 3 pages done this week is my goal because I really need to like at least I want to get past like the 15 mark. That's like
Yeah.
my thing, and then I think we should start building the Kickstarter page.
Heck
So
yeah. Yeah, I agree, dude.
that's
So
like
this,
my goal, is to get past 15 and then
yeah.
yeah.
So this week I'm gonna try to color 2 pages, and I'm going to. I mean, I'm gonna do my best to color 2 pages. That's what I'm freaking doing. I'm gonna do it. I'm also gonna work on this new book idea that I've been working on. I'll talk
That's
more about
awesome.
that next week. But yeah,
Awesome.
I'm gonna freaking do this. I'm excited for this. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for participating in this.
We
Thank you
love
for
you guys.
commenting and sharing and letting people know that this show exists. We really wouldn't. No one would know we exist without you. So please continue to do that. We love you and it means everything to us. Steven, what do you want to say to the people before we go?
Thank you for the 30 or 40 views that we get every week.
Yeah.
I know they're our colony. I know
Oh
they're
yeah.
our bestest of
It's
friends.
that
We
time of
thank
year especially where it's
Yeah.
like I know
And
people are so
you
busy
know
and
it's the people that because
resting.
honestly, I know a majority of those people that do like support us and love us, like our close friends that we've met. And I just know a lot of those views aren't my family. And like
Yeah.
just knowing that like the family I found and the family we
Yeah.
found through doing this is those views, it makes it's wonderful. We just love and appreciate you guys so much.
I freaking yeah. We love building this colony with you guys, and we're so glad that some of you like stick around with us until the end of an episode. It really does mean the freaking world to us. So just know that we really do appreciate it. But until next time, I'm Anthony,
I am Stevie Wildcard.
and this has been We Have Issues. We'll see you next week.
Boom, 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 boom.
We're recording, right? Maybe. Yes.
Yep. It said recording in
Oh,
progress.
awesome. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Oh, I can start billable hours, Steven, from now on. Our friendship. I'm sorry, it's gonna cost you.
Costs about 350.
Cost about 350.
Because at that moment, I realized that I wasn't talking to my best friend Anthony, but a 30-foot monster from the Mesozoic era.
Oh man. What's up, dude? How's life?
It's good, man. I had a long week. How about you?
Yeah, same. Pretty long week. I got a bunch of stuff done. It was a long week.
That's awesome, though.
I've been sleeping like crap, but I've been getting stuff done.
Yeah, dude. I don't think I fell asleep last night till like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like dragging at work today.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Like, well, I did the thing where like we went to sleep pretty early, like at a decent hour, and then 2 hours into my sleep, I woke up and I was like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to wake up. I'm supposed to be up yet." So
Yeah.
you know when you become aware of like the things you have to do to fall back asleep, and you know if I'm thinking this, it's not gonna happen.
That dude, what's been happening to me lately is I fall asleep for like hour intervals and get woken up by like I guess nightmares. I don't even really remember them. They're like
Yeah.
dreams or something. Something intense happens. I wake up and then my body's super sensitive to every sound and thing and I become like Mr. Protector of the house
Yeah.
for like
Yeah, the same thing
it's
happens to me, or
I'm
like,
like, did I wake up because I heard something? You know
did
what I'm
something
saying?
happen?
It's like
Yeah, is there a reason for this? So then you do the thing, like I treat my body like I made the joke on Twitter where I was like, I slept like a baby last night, meaning I didn't sleep through the night at all. I woke up and I couldn't figure out what was upsetting me. You know, like I was just I'm going through the motions. trying to figure out-
I'm apparently colic right now. I have no idea why.
I'm such a colicky monster. Like I don't know what's going on. I'm just like I'm like, am I hungry? Do I have to pee? Am I wet? What's happening? I'm going like you go through the list and you're just like, it's nothing. It's not. Just go to bed. Please go to bed. You
Just
know.
fall asleep,
Oh
body.
God, go the heck to sleep. It's crazy, dude. But I wonder if sometimes not getting that sleep, my brain's like, hey, you know what we're gonna do during the day? Daydream more because you didn't get a chance to actually, it's like you can't focus, but what you can do is drift off into random places as your body settles down and hibernates for a couple hours. So that's what I've been doing. Like I've been having these like random like moments where I just like think of something. I'm like, oh, okay, I haven't done this in a while. Where I'm just like having these like intense
Oh
thoughts,
man.
you know. But it's been cool because it did help me. Like I came up with a new book idea based on an
Oh,
old
that's
book
cool.
idea, which is cool because you know, like I've been like struggling with that. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. But
And a
like for the
book is great because that gives you something to just to completely work on your own accord and
yeah,
then dive into whatever we have to do when the thing's happening.
exactly, yeah,
Which
exactly.
which I think you're up to with what I added this week. So there's 14 pages that can be colored now. So
Hell
that's
yeah, yeah, dude. So like I have a lot to do. But for okay, Steven,